Layden Robinson. Oh yes, and everything's bigger in Texas, including their guards. As Layden Robinson is 6'4", 315 pounds. That's a behemoth of a man. 22 years old. Played 12 games in 22. Played another 11 games last season there with a 65.8 PFF. So not the greatest. And this is what I'm saying. Literally, this guy made the list at 65.8 PFF. When I say that this is not the most impressive group in the world, I wasn't kidding. Played right guard entirely his entire career. As far as pros, he's quick off the snap, strong, good use of hands, and a good pass blocker. As far as the cons, is run blocking is really 100% what's made his PFF so low. It's not the best, that's for sure, to put it nicely. Just not very athletic overall. He's fooled by stunts, and he's not good in open space, which is where really his issues come in the run play. I feel like there's people that have easy, good fundamentals that can pass block very well. It's like you just sit there and don't let someone get past you. To me, it's a much easier thing to pass block. It almost befuddles me when somebody who's an interior offensive lineman has trouble. You start talking tackles now, it's different. You got to guard the edge. You got to stop people from getting outside of you, that kind of stuff. But when you're a center or a guard, it's very simple.
You got your lanes. You're in the center lane.
No one gets past you. Protect the A and B gap at that point. That's all. Protect your left and right. That's all that matters. Whereas when you're running the ball, now they got to move. They might have to pull. They have to go. They might have to shift over to stop the tackle, so the center can go and stop the other tackle on the side. It's like there's a lot of movement. There's a lot of more moving parts to it overall. So it's a lot more complicated. So I'll say this: when I got a guy who's good at pass blocking, that tells me there's ability. It's a lack of knowledge and a lack of finishing and honing your craft, so to speak. And when you're 22 years old, I can forgive that to a certain degree, but it's got to be really, really good. When I see that pass block, I'm not sure it's that good out of Robinson. So I think where he's going to end up is more of a backup guard in this league who might get the occasional spot start because of injury or desperation.
Yeah, I mean, that's where I see it. Like, you're looking more of a... he's almost like a brick wall.
Yeah.
He's,
yes,
doesn't really move so well, but...
Except Mexico's not paying for it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Maybe the Patriots will.
No. Like I said, he's got it. Listen, this is a guy that if you're a pass-heavy team and you think you can teach him, somebody might take a shot at developing this guy. But he's a developmental prospect is what he is. I got a day 3 grade on him overall. I could see him going anywhere in day 3 and nothing would shock me. Probably towards the higher end, like a round 4, round 5 kind of thing there. But this is a guy that, again, if you think you can train him to run block better and you can get him up to where he's a respectable guard, then go for it. But you got to know there's going to be time in that. It's not going to be, this is not the guy you draft and just plug in a right guard. And you go, okay, I got my right guard at the future. I'm good to go. Like, you're going to have to let him sit on the bench for a year or two, hone the craft, learn to get better, and then hopefully have him take over. Like, this is almost like the move you make if, let's say, you have a guy who's like 1 or 2 years away from free agency and you want a cheaper option sitting behind him.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's
exactly what it is. Like, and that's why he's going to go day 3. And I wouldn't even be surprised if he falls to like mid. He might go higher he might just go higher just because of the lack of depth.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. You're talking about the 8th best guard, and we're saying he's a day 3 talent. You're not wrong. It's crazy. Some people will potentially reach, if the guys ahead of him are gone at that point there. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I got issues overall with him. I just feel like I said, to me, the pass protection is not that great that I'm like, oh my God, I can ignore how bad he is at run blocking because he's that good at pass blocking. And that's the biggest issue I have with him. If you were a stud at one, I could forgive the one being not so good. But when you're okay at the one and good at the one, but not great, and the other one's bad, like I said, and that's why he's going to fall to day 3, I think, in my eyes. We'll see. I've been wrong before. Who knows? Somebody might fall in love with him. Someone might say, okay, I talked to this kid. I fell in love with his personality. I think he can learn pretty quickly. You know, he picked up what we were putting down in the interview, that kind of stuff. You know, you never know what happens behind the scenes in that stuff there, you know. So
thanks for listening to Two Giant Goofballs, a New York Giants podcast. We appreciate your support.
Thanks so much.